Hey guys, this is Chad and this is Eric. So wanted to come back as promised and deliver the interview. So we're kind of out here on a Friday afternoon, walking around here in northern Colorado, beautiful area. So just wanted to set it up. This is Eric. Eric, thank you for coming. He's a great mentor to me. He brought me into the real estate environment and has taught me a lot about how to be a great broker and really great person. So we'll just go ahead and turn it over to you, Eric.
Yeah.
We're going to be walking around out here, so we might have some interruptions and we'll have to just adapt. But
That's all right, yeah.
Wanted to get a little market update and see what's going on. So yeah, tell them a little bit about you.
First, Chad, thanks for having me. I appreciate this. It's pretty cool to be in this video series. I guess I'm your second interview, which is awesome. So bravo to you for doing this. So here we are. We're near the new Fort Collins Mall. We're just a couple of minutes from my office. We're here in Midtown. A lot of cool things happening in this part of Fort Collins, and obviously lots of cool things happening all over northern Colorado. I don't know, should we start just by talking a little bit about the market? Is that?
Well, I think maybe why don't you tell them a little bit about what got you into real estate in Windermere specifically, and then maybe we'll just stroll down a little bit after you get done with that, and you can talk a little bit about the market and what's going on.
Yeah, sounds good. So this is my, believe it or not, my 23rd year in real estate. Got into real estate pretty much right out of college. My dad was in real estate. So I was around it my whole life growing up, and so maybe there was it was destiny, right? I had no choice but to be in real estate. But I've loved it. Started by selling new homes. That was a specialty of mine early in my career, focusing on new homes and new development. Led to running brokerage companies, and started Windermere here in Colorado 2.5 years ago. Started with opening the office that's just a few minutes from where we're standing back in December of 2014. And we've been growing ever since. Windermere, lots of people know probably already, is a big company. We're based out of the Pacific Northwest, and we're in 11 states all over the western U.S., 7,000 agents, and we've been growing quite a bit and having fun growing here in Colorado. So
I can speak to that specifically because I got to experience the Windermere brand, and the professionalism that the organization brings is world class, and so Eric's a great manifestation of that experience, I think. So I'm grateful for what he's done for me. But why don't you talk just a little bit about the growth that you're seeing with Windermere here in Colorado specifically? You had highlighted that to me earlier. I think that's interesting, and they might want to know that.
Yeah, it's fun. So 2.5 years ago, it was just me, and now we're at 75 agents throughout the state. We have now 5 offices. All across Colorado. We're on the Front Range, and we have goals and plans to grow all across the state. And we've made a big commitment to be here in Colorado. We see that the opportunity and the amazing people that are here, the amazing realtors, and just how much the state of Colorado is growing. It's grown a lot since I was born in Denver way back in 1970, and now we're close to 6 million people in Colorado. It was about 2 million when I was born in 1970. So it's an exciting place to have a real estate company.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so let's walk. Maybe tell us specifically what you're seeing in the market. You're kind of a known local expert, and I'd love to share that knowledge with my audience. So tell me, what do you see?
Yeah. So the big dynamic in the market right now, and I think this is true for a lot of markets all over the country, is low inventory, especially in the lower price ranges. So overall, in northern Colorado, we see about 1.5 months of inventory on the market right now on the residential side. So that means it would take just 6 weeks to sell all the homes that are currently for sale on the market. It is significantly lower than it was just a few years ago. And so what that's causing is big price appreciation, right? So no surprise, it's simple economics, right? Supply and demand. So we've now seen 4 years in a row of double-digit price appreciation in northern Colorado. The long-term average, going back over 30 years, is 5%. That's what we can bank on for year-over-year price appreciation, and we've been doubling that for the last now 4 years in a row. We really don't see that slowing down in the near future, given the demand, given the low supply. So that's really the major dynamic in the market. We have funny things happen. We had a listing go live over in Greeley. It was a condominium priced at about $160,000. Goes live on a Thursday. On Friday, we already had 60 showings set up, and we start getting phone calls from realtors that wanted to show the property, saying that the key was missing. And what happened was the first realtor to show the property stole the key out of the lockbox because they didn't want to have other people going in there to view the property. And then we had literally realtors climbing in through the window to get in to show their clients the property. So in a low inventory environment, you have things like that.
You got to get creative,
right?
I guess,
you gotta
right?
Get creative.
I mean,
I
don't think that's a method that we want to deploy as brokers.
We don't advocate that at all. No.
But it's definitely interesting. But that kind of shows what you're seeing as it relates to the activity and the demand that's out there. I mean, it is a great market to be in. So. What other key economic factors are you seeing as it relates to what's driving that growth? I guess me as a guy that's relatively new in Northern Colorado, watching what's going on here is really compelling, and it's great for the real estate industry, but what's driving that?
Well, it all starts with jobs, right? So it's all about employment, and we have incredibly low unemployment here in Northern Colorado. So Colorado has better unemployment rates than the nation. Northern Colorado has always had better unemployment rates than Colorado in general. So it all starts with jobs, and so then it begs the question, well, why is that? Why do we have such a great employment situation here? And what goes on in Northern Colorado is the diverse economy, right? So it's we have all the way from high-tech companies like Otterbox and HP and Intel are here to agriculture, right? So JBS, the world's second largest protein provider, is here in our market. Then we have two major universities, with Colorado State University and UNC. We have healthcare just exploding here in Northern Colorado. So this is a place known for world-class healthcare. Then you combine, these great industries and how diverse those industries are. Combine that with the fact that we're an hour away from a major metropolitan area in Denver. We're an hour away from an international airport. Then on top of that, you combine the quality of life, right? So here we are, and it's a sunny day in March on a Friday afternoon. We get lots of these sunshiny days. We're just minutes away from the mountains. So it's like all these factors combine to make Northern Colorado such a high-performing place when it comes to real estate.
Yeah, no, and I would agree. I mean, it's a great place to live. So maybe one of the other things that might be helpful is to highlight for the audience kind of the perspective of an investor. I know that you do some stuff on the side as well. And this is a great market. We just walked by a big multi-family development that's going on here near the Fort Collins Mall. The McQuinneys are doing that. But I mean, from an investor, why is it such high demand here in Fort Collins proper to get rental properties, and what are you seeing with the rental rates? I mean, it's a great place to own.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a great place to be an investor for all the reasons we just mentioned. By the way, when I think about real estate investing, I'm a long-term guy. I'm a buy and hold. I'm a buy, let the tenant pay my mortgage down to nothing. Just personally, I'm not into flipping. We help some customers with that, but kind of my personal strategy is more of a long-term. So I look at long-term appreciation rates. For me, appreciation is icing on the cake. And really the cake is the fact that the tenant is in that property buying down my mortgage. And so you have these great employment factors here. Combine that with all the CSU students. That's what makes this such an amazing place to own rental property. And you can look back in time and look at the data that shows we have really low vacancy rates here in Northern Colorado. That's really driven by the student population. So if you think long term, I mean, you pretty much just can't go wrong as a residential investor. So.
Yeah, and I would agree. I mean, my niche, as you know, and you helped kind of facilitate, is getting more into the commercial, working with investors and builders in Northern Colorado. And so I'm seeing that, there's a strong demand to try to get a hold of multifamily or residential units here close to CSU so that they can rent them out, and those vacancy rates, it just performs like no other. Are you seeing the are you hitting the returns that you were looking for in your investment?
I am,
portfolio?
and I'll tell you that we have our eye on all the apartment construction. You mentioned the development that's just a few minutes from here. The viewers, I'm sure, see all kinds of apartment construction happening all over northern Colorado. There is a lot happening. And so we're watching rental rates slow down a little bit in terms of how much they're going up year over year. They're still going up. We're watching vacancy rates creep up a little bit. I think nothing to be really concerned about. And we're watching all these new apartments. They are having an impact on the market. That's why personally I like owning single-family homes, because that differentiates you from all the apartments that are under construction. But the reality is this place is really growing. We're adding 18,000 people a year right now in Windermere and Weld County, and those people need housing, and so there is high demand for all this new housing out there.
Yeah. Well, we love it. I mean, we're relatively new. You've been here for a lot longer. Had a very successful career. Maybe we could just walk up here and kind of show what this new development, the kind of activity that's going on here. I always like to show activities as well.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
This was completed when? Do you know?
So this was complete about, it's kind of been in phases, but about a year ago. This part of the mall came to life, and we're right here with Bar Louie behind us. We're looking at right now. We're looking at the new movie theater, which is an incredible place to check out. Go see a movie there if you haven't seen a movie there yet. And this is just one of the many exciting things going on here in northern Colorado, especially in the Midtown area. It's great to see the city of Fort Collins making such a big commitment to this part of town. By the way, and this development is a big reason why we chose to locate our office right here near Horst Youth and College, because of all the exciting things happening in this part of Fort Collins.
Yeah, no, it's real convenient. So, well, let's kind of conclude it. I definitely appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me, believe in me, kind of set me forward into the commercial real estate sector that I'm trying to serve, as well as just understanding real estate. But more importantly, you're a great man, great leader, and I really enjoyed learning from you, and I hope that we can continue to do that. Why don't you tell some of the listeners or viewers here where they might be able to look out for Windermere, get connected to some of the stuff you're doing specifically, and then if they may want to relocate here, obviously Windermere has plenty of brokers and plenty of opportunity to help with that. So
we do, I appreciate that, and I appreciate everything you said. It was an honor to work with you, and it's an honor to be your friend and stay connected with you. I'll give out 2 resources people want to learn about Windermere in Colorado. Just go to windermerecolorado.com. Another resource I'll give is if people want to learn about a specific special program that we have to help people sell their home. It's called a certified listing. It's kind of like a certified pre-owned car. They can go to thecertifiedlisting.com to learn more about that and see the specific way that we help people sell their home that's different from any other companies. So.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to kind of learn about that program, and I will say it is a true differentiator that kind of sets, I think, the Windermere services aside from everyone else. I mean, it definitely puts your product and your home in a different echelon with the completion and the ease of the transaction. So kudos to you, great thinker.
Thank you.
Follow up, stay with watching what Eric's working on up here in northern Colorado, and stay watching the videos. So thanks for everyone's time. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.